Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel for the College Alumni Tournament. If you watched the last video, you already know we are in, or the last two videos actually, you already know we're in round two. Well into it. In fact, this is the third game of round two. We got the final 8 teams. In this matchup, we got Clemson versus Ohio State. Hope you can tell which unis are which. Obviously, Clemson rocking the orange helmets, all white uniforms, and Ohio State rocking red jersey, silver helmets, silver pants. And yeah, it should be a really good matchup. Let's go ahead and get to the rosters. Starting off with the 2 seed Ohio State, we got Justin Fields at quarterback, Zeke Elliott at running back, Trace Sermon will be running fullback. Really good receivers: Terry McLaurin, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Jeremy Ruckert at tight end. Really solid offensive line. Got Decker, Norwell, Lindsey, Jonah Jackson. Right tackle's a little Josh Myers. Defensive line, though, you've seen it before already. A lot of pass rush. Chase Young, Nick Bosa on the ends, Cameron Hayward and Joey Bosa at D tackle. Linebackers are also solid. We got Browning, Baker, and Werner. Corners, probably one of the best corner combos with Lattimore and Denzel Ward. Safeties are also solid. We got Malik Hooker and Von Bell. They have a free kicker, as a bunch of teams have had, but they do have a punter, Cameron Johnston. Now we get to Clemson, who have Deshaun Watson starting at quarterback, Travis Etienne at running back, Wayne Gallman will be running fullback, D-Hop, Higgins, and Renfro will be the starting receivers. You might notice one's missing. That's because Mike Williams will be running tight end due to the lack of tight end depth, and I mean, he's got the size for it. Offensive line, though, is atrocious, as you can see. Yeah, not too good. One of the worst in the league, if not the worst. D-line, though, some heavy hitters, big run stoppers. We've got Grady Jarrett, Christian Wilkins on the ends, Dexter Lawrence, and DJ Ritter on D tackle. Linebackers, outside linebackers are questionable. We got Tanner Muse, but we do have Isaiah Simmons moving down from safety to play middle linebacker to fill that void. He played really well in the first game. Yeah, the other outside linebacker. Cornerbacks, you got A.J. Terrell, Trayvon Mullen, Andrew Booth. Solid cornerbacks. Safeties, kind of Von Wallace, but Curse is also solid. And kickers, they have 2 auto-generated, if you want to say it like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Should be a good one. All right, and we are underway. Also joining me today, as usual, is my good friend Miguel. He's been commentating the whole series with me. If you've been watching these videos, you already know that. But Miguel, how do you feel about this matchup today between Clemson and Ohio State?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm hoping I stay the entire episode and not like last time. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what these teams, bring to the table here today. And I think either way it's going to be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, I did have to kind of wing it when she left. But, I held it down for sure. I had to get into the second half blowout material. If y'all are able to watch that last game, yeah, you saw the score was not pretty. Miguel, it got a lot worse after you left, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man,
there was one point where there was 5 fumbles and 4 drives. Ooh, almost a pick there.
That was a crazy way to start the game here.
But yeah, that's last game. If you want to go back and watch that one, feel free. It was interesting.
Speaking of interesting, Fields getting sacked by Reeder, making it 3rd and 11.
Both these teams got really good defensive lines, but they're also like exact opposites. Clemson is going to be good at stuffing the run. Nobody on their defensive line is below 300 pounds, and both their D tackles are 340 plus. Whereas you look at Ohio State, they're going to have a lot of pass rush on their side. Yeah, edge rushers moving to the inside to fill spots, like Bosa, who's 280 pounds, so he should be able to hold his own in there. Yeah, just completely different teams when you look at the builds, but both still really well built. The main thing that Clemson has that Ohio State has that Clemson doesn't is a solid offensive line. That's the one thing Clemson lacks, but see if it costs them in this game.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing not only the Bosa brothers, but the other D linemen on this Ohio State team. And then at the same time, too, corners. I mean, I love Denzel Ward. It's one of my favorites. So definitely watch him. It'll be pretty good day today.
Yeah, overall wise, coming into this game, Ohio State coming in at 85 overall. Clemson coming in at a 78. Not too far off if you're going to look at it that way. I mean, if Clemson had a half-decent offensive line, they'd be into the 80s. They got the talent everywhere.
And the run only goes for a yard. Zeke. And now, before we start talking about line, I completely forgot Zeke was on this team.
Yeah, Zeke had a really good game in the first round, scoring 4 touchdowns. That is yet to be close by anybody else in this tournament, as that is a big pass over the middle to Terry McLaurin. That'll get him into Clemson territory.
Scary Terry already looking good to start out this game. Take a look at the replay. Field's looking downfield. He sees McLaurin. Solid catch, doesn't drop it. Pretty good work. Field's going under center. See what he does here. Oh, they fake the sweep and hand it off to Zeke, who stiff arms a man. Only gets 3 yards on that play.
Before we get too deep into this one, do you have a score prediction or any other prediction for this game?
Ooh.
Incomplete there. That'll bring up 3rd and 7.
27-21, Ohio State.
All right. I'll probably also go with Ohio State. Mainly just because their offensive line held in the first game. I don't know how it'll fare against this pass rush. I mean, they played Penn State in the first round, all they had was Micah Parsons going after them. Should be a lot different this game. I'm going to go Ohio State 31-17.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little further apart. I do think, I'm not counting Clemson out, though. I do think they have the potential to win this game if Ohio State makes a couple of big mistakes and they're able to capitalize.
I will say, I am interested to see how Deshaun Watson deals with that pass rush of Ohio State. I mean, we saw him; he was making plays on his feet. Definitely keeping plays alive. I'm curious to see if he can do that again here in this game.
Well, out route there, good for about 5. That'll set him up with 2nd and 5 at the 28. Sustaining a really good drive so far. Quick slant.
I was gonna say, Fields and company, moving, a little slowly but surely. I mean, they're converting, they're moving the chains, and they're close to the end zone. I mean, they're definitely moving.
Yeah, I'm good for another 12. Ezekiel Elliott now. He's going to go for another 4.
2nd and 6 on the 12. Let's see what they do here.
Bunch set to the left. Fields to throw. Oh, and he will have a man.
That gets a touchdown.
First points on the board on the first drive. That is Curtis Samuel with the reception. Not even a starting receiver on this team.
I know that was a pretty solid route, though. I think that was some kind of zig.
Yeah, I don't know if he threw him into that route or if it was designed that way. Yeah, Curtis Samuel, he might even be 5th on the depth chart.
Wow.
But able to get in the end zone. It just shows how deep this Ohio State team is. A lot of good receiver rooms in this tournament. Ohio State definitely one of the top ones.
And the kick is up. And it's good. 7-0 Ohio State. Let's see if Clemson can find a way to answer back.
Both of these teams actually have really good receiver rooms.
Ohio State looking to kick. And Clemson gets it. And the return gets to about the 28-yard line. Solid return. Now let's see if Deshaun Watson and his team can get to the end zone.
Now is where all our questions will be answered. Whether this offensive line will be able to hold up long enough. We'll just have to wait and see. Clemson only got about 170, and that's with Morale at left guard and the higher 60 at right guard. Other than that, it's low 60s and 50s. Hand off to ETN, yeah. That's going nowhere.
And then, we start right there on the other side. On the other side of the line, I believe that was Cameron Hayward. breaking through very quickly. I mean, you know, if the run was going towards that side, he definitely would have had it. So I mean, that's just a scary thought to see that already kind of dominating that side a little early.
Yeah, I mean, you just look down. Obviously, it's Madden, but you look at that defensive line. It's 3 X factors and a superstar on that defensive line. That no other team in this tournament has anything close to that. There we get a pass off. Is that close enough? 4th and 1.
4th and 1. I mean, like I said earlier, Deshaun Watson. I mean, he did it last game. I mean, you know, he's out here trying to make plays with his feet, whether it's a throw on the run or scrambling. That right there, throw on the run, almost converted, but his 4th is short. I mean, I say be bold. I say go for it.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to go for it as well, but I don't know that Madden will let him. Especially this early in the game. I think they'll probably just punt it. Yeah.
Ooh.
They're lined up for. Came very close to that first down marker.
Oh, a little breaking of the ankles.
Oh, decent return.
Turn gets to the 45-yard line.
Return there by Garrett Wilson. That'll set him up with a really good field position. Their own 45.
Speaking of Fields jogging his way onto the field with his team. He will go under center to start this drive. Oh, it's a play action.
Out.
Oh, what a throw. What a reception. Moving the chains. 1st and 10 on the 40.
Yeah, Ruckert there with about a 15-yard reception. Fields rolling out to his left. Solid gain there. Already into Clemson territory, 1 play into this drive. Clemson's got to find a way to slow this offense down. The defense is definitely going to have to play today if this offensive line struggles the way that we think it will.
You know, somebody who's not struggling. Fields only having 2 incompletions. Honestly, with his passing yards, moving his team down the field is definitely nice to see. Now they hand it off to Zeke. Tries to stiff arm a man, but gets stuffed.
Clemson will keep them at 2 to go. This time 3rd down. See if they can get the stop here. Play action.
Play action. Oh, no throw to the tight end. He fights for the yards. Converts and gets to the 21. Definitely looking like Ohio State's gonna get possibly another touchdown and might extend the lead even further. I mean, best case scenario right here is that Clemson forces them to take the field goal, but even then, still extending the lead, and it's still not a good look for Clemson.
Yeah, you don't want to go down 2 scores midway through the 1st. Obviously, it is still early, though.
You do not want to pull what some other teams did last game. That was atrocious.
Ruckert getting his 4th reception already. Still just in the 1st quarter. Already 4 receptions, 44 yards for him.
He's playing pretty solid today.
He is. Looking to be a reliable target. Over the middle. 15 down to the 2. 1st and goal for Ohio State. See if they try to run the ball here against this stout defensive line.
Oh, are they going to feed Zeke? And they do. Oh, play action.
Not.
And that cost them. I think either way that play was blown up. If they weren't getting to run back, they definitely got to the quarterback like they just did right there. That is tough.
Yeah, curse the safety there, blitzing and getting to Deshaun Watson for a big loss. Going to be 2nd and goal from beyond 10 yards.
I believe you meant getting to Fields.
What did I say? Did I say Watson?
You said Watson.
Yes, I obviously meant Fields. Yeah, going to be 2nd and goal from the 10 here.
I said, maybe this works out for Ohio State, though. Now they have a little more room to work with when it comes to passing plays. Or
touch pass.
Or touch passes.
Solid gain of 6. 3rd and goal from the 4. Doubt they go for it if they don't get it here. But they do. They do get it. And that'll be another touchdown for Ohio State. Michael Thomas catching that one.
Slant boy doing what he does best. catching slants and getting touchdowns.
Already a 2-touchdown lead for Ohio State early in this one.
I think Clemson definitely should have gone for it on their last offensive drive.
I mean, hindsight is 20/20. You trust your defense in situations like that, especially early in the game. But yeah, definitely an opportunity to go for it there. They just opted not to. They might look back at that later, especially with Ohio State driving down in 9 plays to put up 14 or put up another 7 to make it a 14-point lead.
Definitely not what Clemson needs right now.
Yeah, this defense is going to have to make stops. I mean, obviously this offense has got to get something going. They've only gotten 1 drive so far. Showed a little bit of promise. I mean, yeah, they're going to have to put together a couple solid drives at least. This defense is going to have to come to play. The defense is definitely the stronger unit of the two.
Let's see what Deshaun Watson and company can do now. I don't know. I believe. I don't know, as much as I said that I want Ohio State to win, I do believe that Deshaun Watson's playing ability. I mean, he does have a great team around him, so I think he can find a way to pull through and get into the end zone this drive.
Sean, quick pass. That'll be good for a first down.
As they're already moving the chains. See what they go with next. And that's definitely a scary D-line to look at. Oh, speaking of, he runs into Chase Young.
Yeah, that's going to be the first sack of many, I feel.
Chasing after Deshaun Watson and getting to him very quickly.
He had a good game. A couple sacks against Texas A&M in the first round.
Definitely not what Deshaun Watson wanted or needed.
See if they can make up some ground and try to get back in the 3rd and manageable at least here.
They go play action. Oh, Deshaun taking it with his leg, doing a little spin move. Gives a 3rd and 8.
Solid gain there. That does set him up in 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 8. Obvious passing situation again, though. Oh, and Deshaun's in trouble, and he will go down. 3 Ohio State Buckeyes there. Nick Bosa in there with the sack.
Man, that is I can't keep stressing it enough. That D-line is just too scary with who they have.
Yeah, Chase
Young
Young
sandwiched.
Yeah, there was
looking like a
3 guys who could have gotten half a sack right there. Everybody got a piece of Deshaun Watson right there, and that'll set him up with a obvious punting situation on 4th and 16.
They get to the 30-yard line on the return.
You know, the way Ohio State is looking right now, they've got me really intrigued for a potential championship matchup between them and potentially Alabama.
Right
both
now,
of these teams have been playing.
Right now, it's kind of scary to think that if this game keeps going the way it's been going, where Ohio State's offense keeps producing and the defense keeps stopping Clemson, I mean, this realistically could turn into a blowout.
It could, and I mean, Ohio State scoring on each of their drives, Clemson getting stopped on each of theirs. I mean, that's definitely the trend that we're looking at right now. Fields 14 for 16 as well. Ohio State just playing really clean game so far. Oh.
I was about to say, maybe you said that, maybe you kind of jinxed it.
Could have been intercepted right there, but they just decided to swat it away. That'll set up a 2nd and 10. 5 wide here.
Going back to the old reliable tight end, moving the chains.
Yeah, one of his lower overall receiving targets, but he's been pretty reliable here in the first quarter.
So it's a scary Terry getting about 6 on that play. Deshaun Watson clearly looking a bit upset on the sidelines. I don't know, with the way he's been getting hit, he probably needs a massage after this game. Fields going under center. Handing off to Zeke. And Zeke almost converts with a short a yard.
Yeah, able to find a little bit of room there, but not much. Don't expect there to be much room against this defensive line in the run game, especially inside. But that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Yeah, third and one.
Definitely think Ohio State needs to just keep passing the ball. I mean, it's doing what's working, and you know, if it ain't broke.
Yeah, if they run it here, I think they might actually get stuffed. And did he get there? He did not.
4th and inches. I say go for it. You're already up 2 scores. What do you got to lose?
You don't have a legitimate kicker. The auto-generated being, I mean, we just changed the overalls. You get 60 awareness, 60 accuracy, and 80 kick power. Don't know if that would have the leg to kick it. It'd be a 57-yarder, and you don't really want to punt from the 40-yard line and opposing team's territory, so they probably will opt to go for this. Oh, they will punt. I mean, to each their own. I definitely would have tried to go for that.
I think it'd be interesting to see a fake punt right there. All right, Clemson starting at the 16.
I guess with a 2-score lead, you don't want to try to give Clemson, who hasn't had much going for him on offense, good field position. You just want to keep trusting your defense, which makes sense. We'll hand it off here. ETN gets about 7.
Gets only 1 yard right there. Let's see if they go back to ETN to convert here. Ooh.
Who's this going to go against? I think it's going to be a false start. And that is costly. That is just goes to show how effective a bad offensive line can be.
I mean, definitely, they're already in a dire situation. They're already in a dire situation. That was definitely not needed. Oh, but Deshaun Watson
rolling out across his body.
Deshaun Watson making something out of it. What a play!
Great throw to Hunter Renfrow over the middle of the field. He was rolling out near the sideline to his right. Just a spectacular throw. Able to pick up the first.
Definitely. I mean, me personally, from what I've seen in this tournament, Deshaun Watson being one of the better QBs here in this tournament. Just not even overall, none of that. Just the way he's been able to move out of the pocket, but instead of scrambling, he'll make a play just like that. I mean, it was definitely impressive to watch him play.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of high overall quarterbacks not play to their overall, as that one is hauled in, but out of bounds by, I believe, Mike Williams right there.
Definitely a close but no cigar kind of play right there. It's a shame. That was definitely one for the highlight reel if it counted.
Yeah, but Deshaun Watson, he has been playing really well in these first couple games. I mean, first game and first quarter and this one. But other high overall quarterbacks haven't been playing near as good. And guys like Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, as he goes down right there. Chase Young already picking up his 2nd sack of the day.
I was going to say, speaking of hurt, Chase probably hurt him. That was definitely a hard hit right there.
Yeah, and that's already the 3rd sack for this Ohio State defense.
Yeah, I was definitely looking bad for Clemson right here, and looking bad for my puns. I'm probably going to stop doing it. Oh, what a hit in the ribs right there. Definitely not what this team needed at all.
3rd and 22. See if they can even get close to picking this one up.
Ooh. Almost. Oh, honestly, it could have been picked right there, maybe. 4th and 11. It's definitely a punting situation.
Yes, obviously, pass was a little behind them. Still, it would make the catch for about 12. Yes, 4th and 11 still. You're going to be punting the ball right here, deep in your own territory. Ohio State's going to be getting the ball back yet again. Time of possession has got to be favoring Ohio State by a large margin right now. I mean, you see how many times Clemson has passed the ball. I mean, they've only got 6 passes by Deshaun Watson. I mean, he's been sacked and they've ran the ball a little bit more consistently than Ohio State has. But Justin Fields already approaching 20. And we still got 11, 12 minutes to go here in the first half.
That's crazy.
Big hole there.
Is he getting the first?
Solid run against this really good run-stopping defensive line. If they can get the run game going, I don't see this offense really slowing down much of the game. The main advantage that Clemson's going to have is stopping the run game, trying to make Ohio State one-dimensional, but not looking like the case thus far.
Now let's see what Fields does here. Sling's a quick one, a scary Terry. Get him about 6 on that play.
Second and 4.
Ooh, slings one to the defense. And definitely, I mean, luckily you still got the lead, but it's still not something you want to happen.
Mackenzie Alexander coming up with the pick there. The 4th cornerback getting some time. He might be running the slot this game, I'm not sure. But finding his way onto the field, making a huge play there for this defense. See if they can get some momentum going on offense, try to get themselves back into this one.
Deshaun slinging a quick one to the drag. Gets about 6 on that play.
Under pressure. Oh, and that'll be intercepted.
Nah, man. You know, sometimes the flashiness is cool and it helps make plays, but on that one it cost them. Okuda getting the ball. That's tough.
And Jeff Okuda making a big play. Former top 10 pick. Yeah. Fields back on the field now. We just saw Deshaun Watson, I mean, under pressure, finally makes a mistake. I mean, he's been able to roll out and find room, but not there. That's going to give the ball back to Ohio State. We'll hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott, who finds room and is already getting another first down into Clemson territory.
This is a tough one for it's a tough one for everybody this past minute. Interception from both sides, you know, it's something you don't want to see. So Fields going under center. Electing the throw, and the ball is dropped.
2 defenders in the area, risky pass.
Going under center yet again. Hands off the ball to Zeke. Gets about 2 on that play.
Third and 8 here. Obvious passing situation. Nobody in the backfield but Fields.
Ooh, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but it gets broken up.
Yeah, tries to thread the seam to the tight end Rucker. Just broken up, and that'll be another punt. It will put Clemson all the way back at the 6.
Punt.
Johnston with a great punt there.
Wow, what a punt.
It's going to be a long road for Clemson, who hasn't shown that they can sustain a drive thus far. See if they can somehow piece together a 94-yard drive here.
ATM. Only getting about 2 on that play.
Yeah, Werner there on the tackle. Second and 8. Good throw there.
What a way to convert.
Yeah, able to pick up the first.
Deshaun Watson looking to throw. Yeah, oh, it gets dropped. See if we got hit a little too hard.
Ooh.
Oh, Deshaun Watson done a very risky pass. I don't know what was that decision right there.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Another obvious passing situation. We've seen a lot of those this game. But he will get it over the middle. Did he get far enough? He did. Hunter Renfrow.
I thought that was 4th and inches.
Yeah, I didn't think he got quite there either, but I guess the nose of the football did cross that line. That'll move the chains for Clemson, keeping the drive alive, already out from the 6 to the 28. Hunter Renfrow's been playing really solid out of the slot thus far.
I mean, definitely an underrated receiver for sure. ATN fighting, gaining 6 on the play.
Second and 4.
Receiver in motion. Oh, Deshaun Watson flings it to the curl that gets the first.
Under pressure, still able to get it out to DeAndre Hopkins.
What a hold.
Yeah, on the curl. Some of the most reliable hands in the league.
I think there was anybody else that was definitely an incompletion. It's 2nd and 1. Clemson now moving down the field. Definitely this drive looking better than some of the previous ones.
Yeah, piecing together a really good drive right now. ETN, another good run. Easy first down there.
All right, we'll see what they go with here next. Take a look at the replay first, though.
They've been able to piece together a lot of quick passes, just able to move the ball down the field, which is what you have to do against this pass rush and this offensive line that you've just had to piece together. But it's been able to work out screen here.
You know, maybe the first quarter was just them, you know, warming up, trying to figure out how to stop the other team, and now they're finally piecing it together. Now they're finally making some moves. You know, let's see if it's enough, or maybe it's too late. I'll throw into the running back. Travis Etienne gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. He then convert here.
Watson finds ETN. Where's that ETN? I think that's a backup.
Oh, backup running back getting the first. That's Gallman. What a reception. Let's take a look at the replay. Runs that out. Gets it. What a play. See what they go for here. Watson going under center. Oh, hands it off to Gallman, who gets about 2 yards on that play.
ETN back in the game.
Making it 3rd and 3.
I test him out through the air right here. Don't know if I trust him to get 3 yards.
No play action.
Deshaun gonna try to run. He will get bulldozed by Cameron Hayward.
Hit super hard. 2-minute warning has arrived, folks.
And that will also bring up a 4th down, which is gonna allow Clemson to get some points on the board, but obviously not what they wanted. It's still gonna be a 2-possession game if they make this field goal, and they do. 14-3.
At least it's not a skunk no more. I think that's the biggest thing.
Well, I never really had the feeling that Clemson would get skunked. I did think that they'd be able to put something together, whether it be the defense making a play, giving the offense a good field position. But yeah, I mean, that drive came all the way from the 6. Able to piece it together and get down in the red zone. Sadly, only able to put up 3.
That's what Ohio State can do.
And Clemson will be getting the ball to start the second half. So if they can get a stop, maybe even just another field goal, they put themselves in a good position to start the second half. All things considered, being down 14-0 at one point in this game.
Zeke had a decent bit of running room, but cut back inside where he got tackled, making it 2nd and 5. Oh, throwing a quick one. Yeah, 3rd and 1 on the 42. Let's see what Fields likes to do here. Oh, passes dropped by Scary Terry. Now they got the punt. Definitely not what they wanted. But you know, Clemson has a minute 5 to try to get more points on the board before half. And they will be starting on the 17-yard line. Do you think they make it in time?
I mean, they still got 3 timeouts to try to move down the field. I mean, if they keep moving like they were on the last drive, they had no problem. The short passes, picking apart this defense. Don't know if they'll have time to do quite what they did last drive, especially just handing the ball off here. Now already having to use a timeout. Questionable play call. I'm still able to gain 5, though. So they will go through the air.
And throws a dot to the defense.
Under heavy pressure. Somebody came off the edge unblocked. Had to get rid of it. Screen here. Oh, ETN making a move. Able to get out to the 33. Big yards there and saves a timeout by getting out of bounds. Great awareness there by Travis Etienne.
Let's see what Deshaun Watson company go for here. Going under center.
Oh,
that pass, but gets hit. I believe that was Nick Bosa on the edge right there.
Yeah, forced to use their 2nd timeout, and he's now got his X Factor. Time. Finds Etienne out of the backfield, and you got to hurry up. And Deshaun will get sacked again. That'll be Chase Young for his 3rd of the day, and this time it'll be Ohio State taking a timeout. And that sack helps with field position. I mean, depending on where this punt goes, Ohio State might be in potential territory to get a quick play and get in a field goal range.
At the 41. Let's see if Ohio State got the time.
I do think Clemson should have considered just sitting on that one instead of going hurry up. Might have just tried to take it to the half when it'd be in 3rd and long. Now Ohio State, they're going to run the ball here. Maybe if it get up a few. They still have all their timeouts. They just call one. 13 seconds left at the 48.
See what they go for here.
Quick pass. No, that's my mistake. That is their last timeout. I forgot they called one to stop the clock when Clemson had the ball. And now you kind of have to get out of bounds here or take a shot to the end zone. And they will
not get that. Zeke trying to run that one, but only gets 1 yard. And ladies and gentlemen, that will take us to the half.
That'll take us to the half. As Miguel just said, solid half. I mean, all things considered, Clemson staying in this game after going down 14-0 after the first 2 Ohio State drives. And they will get the ball to start second half. You see there, Ohio State up in just about every category except tied in takeaways. Clemson's offense has been stalling just about the whole game. Ohio State also tending to stall in here in the second quarter. We'll see how it pans out here in the second half. We are back for the second half. Kick brought out to the 26, so Clemson quick pass out to the 45.
What a catch by D-Hop. Because the coach on sideline looking very pleased. See what Deshaun wants to go for here. Oh, he hands the ball off to ATN. Only gets about a yard on that one.
Another pass. Also to D-Hop. Another big gain already at the Ohio State 38. Clemson coming out of the half, firing. We get D-Hop up to 54 receiving yards.
I mean, solid route, solid catch by D-Hop. I mean, you know, he's doing D-Hop things. Let's see, Deshaun Watson using his legs to make a play. Oh, what a throw. Tight window, but very accurate on the run.
Nice catch there by T. Higgins. Big hole here for ETN. We get about 8.
Second and short. What a play. Maybe Clemson's finally found their footing on offense.
It appears so. We've moved the ball down the field with ease thus far. Oh, and that'll be costly.
We speak a little too soon.
That might go to the house.
Going to the house, or for our Spanish viewers, to the CAFA.
Denzel Ward.
I mean, definitely a player asset that I was going to enjoy watching. And that right there is a reason why. Solid play from him.
Right when it looked like Clemson had a chance to get back in the game, Ohio State is having none of that. And that'll extend the lead.
21-3 after the kick is good. Man, do you think Clemson's going to come back like at all?
Honestly, I think after that last turnover, I don't think their defense or their offense comes out firing quite like they were. They were still in the game, came out, energy was high, but I don't know if they would keep that up after what I just saw right there. I think momentum is a real thing, and I think Ohio State's got all of it right now.
All right, let's see what Deshaun Watson and company can do here. Yeah, maybe this is where they bring out Trevor Lawrence, but I think Deshaun Watson might finish out the game.
Now, Deshaun's been playing a really solid game other than that.
What a
one
dropped
pass.
ball.
You can't have that, and you're trying to come back in a game like this.
They hand it off to ATN, who gets about 6 yards on the play. Pretty decent run. Let's see if they can convert here. Deshaun Watson trying to make a play, but gets hit as he throws it. It is 4th and 4 on the 26. They'll probably get the punt here.
I think right here to Chase Young.
Yeah, I think they should go for it just because at this point they really got nothing to lose. But
nah, you can't go for this. Not this deep. You punt the ball and try to get the ball back through your defense.
What a hit though by Chase Young. I was about to call him Blake's fantasy team name, but he can't be doing that. Return gets to the 34-yard line. All right, let's see if Ohio State can continue their dominance. Fields handed it off to Zeke. Fights for it, gets about 5 on the play. You know, Zeke's been having a slow yet productive day. Like numbers wise, it isn't anything fantastic, but I mean he's definitely like buying the yards, so I mean it's good. Speaking of getting yards, Fields first time scrambling, getting about 15 right there. Solid play.
Yeah, Ohio State does look to have all the momentum right now, and I think for Clemson to be able to get back into this game, I think they do need to do something on defense. I don't think their offense is going to be able to do this by themselves. I think they got to come up with a big turnover or something, maybe even a defensive touchdown like Ohio State just got to beat out a flag right there. That'll be a false start. That'll help Clemson's cause a little bit.
I mean, they did have that interception earlier, but then sadly their offense threw one right back. So it's definitely not definitely kind of wasting opportunities here. I'm gonna play action. Oh, but Fields gets sacked. Second and 17. Grady Jarrett on that play. Shout out the Falcon GOAT. I said what I said. You know, kind of transitioning topics from across the NFL. Either what's your prediction on the remaining games of the playoffs in the NFL?
Well, at this moment in time, we are in the conference championship stage where we got the Eagles playing the 49ers and the Chiefs playing the Bengals. And I don't think you can really go wrong. I do think the Eagles, I think they're going to beat the 49ers. A lot of people got the 49ers in that one. And I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Bengals. I think they finally get past. Actually, I'm very 50-50 on that game. But either way, I'm feeling the Eagles winning the Super Bowl from where it stands right now, no matter who wins out of the AFC.
I'll be honest on my end of things. Don't get me wrong, I was very happy when the Eagles beat the Giants. That was definitely a game I needed them to win. But at the same time, Brock Purdy, he's been very impressive. And what's also impressive is Ohio State's defense, not only causing the fumble, but then recovering it. But as I was saying, I've been very impressed with Brock Purdy's performance. And I was even more impressed when Paul Heyman, WWE legend for those that don't know, gave a very riveting promo about Purdy. So, if he believes in Brock Purdy, I'm going with Brock Purdy and 49ers. And then, as much as I sometimes dislike the Chiefs, I kind of want them to beat the Bengals this time around. So I'm definitely thinking another Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl.
Who do you have taking that one?
I think it'd be cool if Brock Purdy wins.
Ohio State just punches it in right there to go up. Hide your eyes, Falcons fans, but with this extra point, it will be 28-3.
Shut up. Nobody asked. Funny guy.
I'm just stating the obvious.
But no, I will say, if Brock Purdy and 49ers win the Super Bowl and they beat the Chiefs, then I think I would officially like to say Mahomes is to LeBron as Tom Brady is to Michael Jordan. Like, they'll be close in the GOAT debate. But
if Mahomes wins?
No, Mahomes loses. No, I'm saying Mahomes loses the Super Bowl. Like he'll be up there considered one of the GOATs just because of the way he plays and his ability and things like that. But he won't measure up to Tom Brady.
He's still like 27 or so.
I'm just saying. I think that's fine. I think the way Michael Jordan is Tom Brady, then Mahomes would be to LeBron. But that's just me. But then at the end of the day, we know the real GOAT will be Brock Purdy. So now if Mahomes wins, again, he's definitely getting put higher in that GOAT conversation for sure.
Back to college football. We have, like we just said, a 28-3 lead here for Ohio State. See if Clemson, we have seen this story before, see if they can try to get back into it, but not with drop balls like that.
What a
pass drop here by T. Higgins.
And Bosa lit up like a Christmas tree with his X Factor.
Sean, time to throw. He will try to scramble out.
Oh, gets sacked by the other Bosa brother. Joey with the sack, making it 3rd and 15. And both Bosa brothers having a day today. See what we play. Sean tries to use his legs but gets hit by Joey. What a play. Definitely Ohio State taking full advantage of the momentum they got and keep showing how dominant they are. I think Bosa now on the other side, next to his brother.
Deep ball.
Flag. The flag on the play, I believe it is a hold.
And they will decline this one most likely.
4th and 15. Clemson having a punt here. Not ideal for sure. They will start on the 35-yard line. Ethan, I was told by our spectator that we have that you should be muted for your 28-3 comment.
I mean, I'm just commentating the game and pointing out the facts, and that is one of them. Nothing personal towards the Falcons fans out there.
It felt really personal as a Falcons fan myself. But, shout out Michael Thomas with the reception, getting the first down on that one.
I think it's what comes into everybody's mind when they see a 28-3 score. I don't think it's just me. Oh, is Fields able to escape the rush? Still doesn't get very much, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I was about to say, doesn't get anything at all. He gets about 0 yards on that play. He did a lot to escape all that pressure, but that 6 on he got 0 yards out of it. All right. Fields hands it off to Zeke, breaking off a big run, getting at least again the first way is just short 30 inches. I'll throw in a quick one to Scary Terry. Now converting, getting the first. Solid day for Ohio State. I mean, they're playing near close to flawless. And I mean, it shows in the score.
It does. It doesn't even seem like, obviously, Clemson's offensive line has been holding them back. Deshaun Watson's been sacked a good bit this game. But they've still been able to get off a good bit of throws. Deshaun Watson's been able to create with his legs. The run game's been decent. They just haven't been able to put it all together.
Oh, look at Fields. Fields looking like Deshaun Watson for a sec. Nice little play with his feet. Throw on the run. Gets him the first. Alright. Fields going under center. Hands it off to Zeke. He tries to fight. Only gets about 4 yards on that one. Zeke running again. Guess I'm only getting a yard on that one. Oh, they go empty backfield here. 5 wide. Oh, he takes it himself. And he gets the first. Now on the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Oh, Zeke's looking a little tired. And we give it to him on the pitch. He loses a yard on that one. Probably now the backup running back having to come in. What is that hairline? Ethan, you see that?
I did not.
Man, look at Ohio State's coach next time I get a chance. That man has a McDonald's hairline. A little sweep right there. Gets about a yard.
How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Oh, putting the running back out wide.
Fields trying to create, and he will have room.
Oh, fight
power through. He was.
Touchdown. Ohio State extending the lead even further. 34-3. And if they get the extra point, it will be 35-3. Quick maths, people, quick maths. I mean, honestly, could have... Ooh. Honestly, on the replay, I think he might have been, like, in short.
No, I think he got there.
Well, they're not looking to review it, so it counts. And the kick is up. And it's good. 35-3 is your current score. With a minute 38 left in the third.
Some people just happy to get that previous score off the scoreboard, and it is gone. Some people can now open their eyes back up without suffering from PTSD. Now, if Clemson somehow able to come back from 35-3, that would be something for sure.
I was about to say, I don't know if I'd be able to stay if it goes in overtime. But it would be a cool game, though, if it does go in overtime. That'd be kind of sick. Deshaun Watson coming out, hoping to revive this team in some way, shape, or form. I think at this point he's just looking for points for pride. With Bosa lit up on the X Factor. Oh, and he is close to getting there, but Deshaun gets it off and gets the first.
T. Higgins there on the catch. 6th reception for him.
Take a little replay. Never mind. Go back on the field. Deshaun getting the snap. Oh, looking for a play action. Oh, he's taking an assault with his legs. Oh, almost gets sandwiched, but makes it to 2nd and 1 on the 46. Deshaun slinging it to the curl route. There's a first down to 34. Deshaun going under center. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the 4th quarter. Throw your fours up.
(21-0) in favor of Ohio State in that 3rd quarter. And we got a flag on the field as Clemson picks up about 5, but we'll see what that flag is. Oh, roughing the passer. That'll be on Nick Bosa.
Watson handed it off to ATN. Into the 8-yard line, 2nd and 4. Oh, breaking a tackle by doing a little spin move, only gets a yard though.
So the must pick up here for Clemson. Oh, maybe we'll, oh no. Thought he had it. Had the route underneath that one for a touchdown, but we'll have to go for it. 4th and 3, a toss.
I don't think it's the best play call.
Yeah.
And he is a little short. Now Ohio State's ball.
Definitely not the best play call against this kind of defense. I would have just went back to the air, try to run it up the middle and hope something opens up. Okay, if it wasn't over before, which it probably was, it's definitely looking like it's going to be over now.
This is tough to watch, Chief, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, coming into this game, I thought that this game would be one of the closer games in this round. This is definitely like the game to watch, the game that I had circled as the game that I was excited to go over.
You know, I could definitely see why. It's just now it's surprising. The result for the these games very surprising as of right now. A lot could happen in the fourth quarter, but I don't think it'll be enough to come back.
But Ohio State is definitely looking like they will be able to compete with the likes of an Alabama if they are to meet in the championship game, which that is the trajectory that both of those teams are on. Both of those teams just looking like a cakewalk for both of those teams thus far.
Let's see what Deshaun Watson does here.
Go for a screen. They've got room.
Oh, what a big gain.
A gain of about 20 there. Need a lot more of that and then some to get back into this one, though.
All right, let's see what Deshaun goes for here. I guess the snap. Tries to take it himself, but gets sacked by Chase Young. That is his fourth sack of the day. Is there a sack record? Do you know that number?
I do not, but it might be around 4. I don't remember anybody having more than 4. Somebody else might have had 4 at some point in this tournament. I'm not sure. Yeah, Chase Young having a fantastic day, following up, and quite frankly doing better than he did in the first round. Deshaun Watson just rolling out and rolling right into him many times.
And Deshaun Watson taking it himself.
Here.
Gets tackled, but not before he gets the first. Other than this game, how's your day, Ethan?
It's going pretty good. Go to a basketball game later. Get a little homework done.
Oh, man.
Yeah, with the girlfriend. Looking like it's going to be a really solid day.
We've really come far in life. Especially recently.
Yeah. I'm going to come up for real. Look at us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We built like that.
You know who's not built like that? Clemson. They looked dominant in the first round. They had no problems with Penn State. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, and that ball's punched out from behind.
Oh, man. Yeah, I felt like that was a moment of this couldn't get any worse, and it somehow got worse. That's a tough one.
Yeah, now is where we probably see Clemson start to fall apart. It's been a slow collapse. It's been a slow collapse, but if you were here for the last game, the Alabama game, once Alabama got a couple touchdowns in a row, there was a point where Notre Dame fumbled 3 straight drives, and they had another drive, the drive right after that, where they fumbled again. They just were able to recover. And they fumbled again later that drive. I don't remember who recovered that one. But yeah, they just... interceptions. I think they had 8 total turnovers. That's what they finished with. Hopefully for Clemson's sake, they just decided to run the ball. Notre Dame was reluctant and decided to pass the ball and try to get back into it when they were down 50. It did not work.
I definitely felt bad having to ditch you last game if it wasn't for college obligations. I apologize.
That's just the sacrifices we have to make to get these videos out to these 5 fans that like to watch these videos.
And then, yeah. Anything for videos, but then also anything for the editing. They said, what's important, these videos or school? And I'm like, man, don't make me do that. Because, the politically correct answer is school. The answer I want to say is videos. But you know, that's a tough one.
I mean, you see the stat right there. In the simulated season, obviously these teams are forced wins, but Clemson had the #1 defense, and today Ohio State is moving all over them.
Scary Terry just snagging on him, man. That doesn't prove how bad the defense is. I don't know what does. That and the scoreboard, but like other than that,
That'll be his 10th reception.
hand off to Zeke.
He's had himself a really solid day, 110 yards.
I say it's definitely slow, but definitely a good day though. Like I feel like if there was like a weak point, quote unquote, to Ohio State, I feel like it was probably the run game. I mean, even then, that's not like saying anything because it's still a good run game. You know, we got around you know, about to be like 3 minutes left of the game. Out of curiosity, who do you have as MVP for Ohio State? I would say for Clemson, but there's no point.
I'm going to go with, I mean, as of right now, still could change a little bit, but I'm going to go with Chase Young.
You know, I was gonna say I was definitely thinking defensive player. I was probably gonna go Chase Young. I mean, this award did have that crucial pick six.
He did have that pick six.
But I mean, at the end of the day, though, like the number of sacks this man has is built different.
We see picks in just about every game in this tournament. You don't usually see 4 sacks by one person.
True. I believe everybody on the D line has had sack today. Am I correct?
I'm not sure. I can pick out about 2 or 3.
They almost had another touchdown. Oh man.
Do they go for it here?
I'd hope so. I mean, if they want to put up the 3 points, just to, you know, no matter what points they put up, it's just to spite Clemson at this point. Yeah.
And they will attempt the 3.
The ultimate alpha move, fake the peaks. What a game.
Interesting to see what we have in this next matchup. Who will have the pleasure of the winner will have the pleasure of advancing to play Ohio State in the Final Four. 3 of those spots already filled. Yes, I'm already considering Ohio State the winner of this one. That one will be LSU and Wisconsin. LSU going to be the heavy favorite in that one.
I'd say I'm probably going LSU for that game.
Yeah, they had their struggles in the first game against USC. But USC just collapsed down the stretch and made it look a lot worse than it really was. I do think LSU should have no problem getting past Wisconsin, but if they play like they did in the first round against Ohio State, they might see a similar score to what we're seeing right here. But on paper, that should be a really good matchup.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. And, you know, there's definitely a player I want to see. This player, you know, I think as of now that I've seen him, is very underrated. Is a very explosive player and could go a long way if he plays right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Taco Bell's new chicken wings.
Right.
Right. We all knew what I was talking about. But yeah, that's my player to look for. This is sad. This is so sad.
Bradley Roby there with a pick. The 3rd or 4th corner on this team. Getting in on the fun.
And Roby just wants to go home and get these Taco Bell chicken wings, man. He heard me talk about it and he got pumped. Ethan, where would you say, like, what place has the best chicken wings, in your opinion?
I'm not very well versed in the chicken wing community, but Taco Mac has some solid chicken wings. Had some of them the other day.
Yeah.
So I'll go recency bias and say Taco Mac.
What flavor do you got?
It was like sweet chili or something like that. I forgot the exact name.
Okay. You know, I mean, me personally, I'm more of like I feel like where a lot of places it's hard to mess up a really good wing. It's more like the flavors. Some places got flavors that other places don't. But top chicken wing, you know, I'm gonna say this specific player. Honestly, may not even be the number one player. I'll be honest with you. This isn't the number one player in the world. What he is though is a player that needs to be looked at because this player is the. I'm trying to think who to compare him to. This player is like the Geno Smith. He's been around for a minute, but like nobody really knew he was built like that until he showed up to play. And I think once people experience this player, they will realize that this player is up there.
Can you go ahead and guess who it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, the salt and vinegar chicken wing from Buffalo Wild Wings.
I see. Well, that will conclude this game. Is now 3 of the final 4 is set. Ohio State winning in every category up on the post-game stats board. Yeah, Clemson only scoring 3. That is shocking to me. Definitely thought their offensive weapons would have been able to put together something more than they did. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the stats. Ezekiel Elliott had a couple big carries that might have put him in the player of the game conversation. I don't know that Fields had quite the eye-popping numbers. But yeah, Ezekiel Elliott, 32 attempts, 162 yards, good for 5 a carry. No touchdowns, though. Nobody really dominating at receiving for either team. If you look at defense, Isaiah Simmons, wow, 21 tackles. I mean, that defense was out on the field quite a bit because their offense wasn't able to sustain drives.
I mean, let's look at Chase Young right there. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus.
4 sacks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, everybody on that defensive line did have a sack, more than a sack, actually. Everybody had at least 1.5. Good for a total of 9 sacks as a defense. Actually, no, 10. 10 sacks as a defense. 9 as a defensive line. So my vote for player of the game, it could go to Zeke Elliott, but I'm going to say Chase Young. 4 sacks is not something you see very often.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Give me Chase Young for player of the game.
And yeah, that will conclude this second round matchup. And the next one, as we've already mentioned, we will have LSU and Wisconsin. See how that one goes. LSU is going to be the heavy favorite. Still should be a good game, though. Wisconsin played really well in the first round. But yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and adios.